Okay, starting a new clip. I think we're talking about the special nodules on casuarinas. They have special breathing tubes on them. So it's an aerobic system. Well, we're dealing with Frankie, which is a member of the fungus family, or obligate aerobes. So you can see what the connection. Whereas with legumes, they have to have a special pigment in there that actually uses, well, apparently uses iron to exclude the oxygen, because iron's a very good ligand for oxygen. Binds it down, usually turns it to rust as quickly as, you only have to put a bit of iron sulfate in a bit of water and watch it, produce rust in less than half an hour usually. It starts to do that. If it goes through first, ferric hydroxide, and if you make the water really alkaline or put in some ammonia solution, something, you can actually keep it in the nice, that sort of sagey green, dark sagey green ferrous hydroxide state. But it's very hard to, you've got to use, things like citrates and things like that to make sure that it stays, if you want to go into that sort of chemistry, because it's a very aggressive oxygen harvester. It'll just, that's why anaerobic organisms like Clostridia can grow on the, on a rusty nail out in the middle of all this, 20% oxygen, so what is it, 20% oxygen? Was it 70% nitrogen and slightly less than 20% oxygen, isn't it? Or am I getting that wrong? Hang on, 70 into 100 is about 30%, isn't it? Anyway, whatever it is, oxygen in the atmosphere. And of course it maintains an anaerobic environment for the Clostridia, which is a strict anaerobe, you see. Growing on the end of on rusty nail, and I should get this strictly right, a rusting nail. They don't actually occur on rusted nails, they occur on rusting nails. So it's got to be a nail that's still got some iron that's rusting on it to maintain a strictly anaerobic environment in a, 20% or whatever, oxygen environment. Probably more than that. Don't quote me on the figures, you can always look them up, they're everywhere on the internet. But yeah, that's the basic principle, how you can get an infection, a strict anaerobic infection from a rusting nail out in the middle of the open. Yeah. So that was a short story told extremely lengthily, but I hope it entertained you. But something keep in the back of your mind. So yeah, I think we need to go along a bit, down a bit, back and to the left, back and to the left. Yeah. So yeah, here's that sort of thing that's running straight down. So all the water from this area must sort of run down there, I would say, to some extent. Yeah. So, because there's only like a handful of elements that can actually fix nitrogen from the atmosphere. There's not many. They say they talk about the handful of elements when you read some of these books and papers. But most of them don't actually specify that handful. It's usually, they talk about organisms using molybdenum in combination with various groupings of iron, sulfur. There's other organs that use tungsten, and others that use vanadium, especially the marine ones. So, and then you've got these stromatolite things that use manganese instead of iron, basically, and yeah, it gets quite interesting. But as you can see, there's the coral fern. Because if I take a shot down here, my wide angle's not going to pick it up, is it? So, but we have got this lovely sort of silvery sand come granity come calcareous sort of intermixture here. But you get some more detail there, but I'm going to sort of, I think, meander my way. I think Donnie and I were thinking we had to get onto that sort of, so I'll go around and across, I think, and then I can always come back. But it's probably time to start a new clip soon. Otherwise they'll take too long to upload. 8 minutes takes 4 hours basically to upload. Anyway, see, here we go, we're coming to this I think this is worth a shot. If I can actually get it, frame it properly. Probably, yeah, not quite. I've missed my opportunity. I think I'm trying to get the illusion and stay away from these things that might have snakes under them. Down here, I'm trying to get this sort of illusion that, well, you can see it's an outfall, alright, because look at it, it's actually washed out some galvanised iron. There's a log fallen over. So yeah, so I really want to go across this and up there sort of thing, and it's probably you can see this probably gets water running over it in the winter time, you know, the wet sort of thing, well, the height of the wet sort of thing. But you can still see these auriculatas hanging on. You can see the glabrous calyx there, so immediately telling you that it's in the auriculata grouping, as opposed to the hairy calyx, which puts it almost automatically into the some sort of peltata complex category. So we go through here. We can always go back to the path. We want a very quick ascent. I've got to keep an eye on the time. Ah, kangaroo. There we go. 4:03. Yeah. I was looking online. Oh, there we go. I was looking online at the Geek group, and they've got this thing called Project Thumper and Project not Squasher. What was it called? Thumper when they destroy things, and the other one when they compress things like coins, and they're selling the coins for $25 US, which is probably about, well, I don't know, when we were at parity it would have been $25 Aussie, but you know, well, there's some borage growing there, don't we? That's worth a photograph, or Patterson's curse. You know, no, Salvation Jane or Patterson's curse, because it's toxic to livestock. I think it was introduced for, you know, stock feed until they found it was poisonous. I think that's what the backstory of that one is. But we're coming out to this sort of area here, which probably when it's wet is a bit like the back of the substation area that we've walked through. You can check the clips for that. But yeah, see, there's the log area down there. And the logs down there, the one that Donnie walked across. But we've got to go a little bit further on and get to some sort of vegetation on this hillside here that's indicative. Oh, there we go. There you go, Ev, you got yourself a kangaroo on film. But he got a bit of a shock. I'll just go on this dry hillside. They won't want to come up here. There's no water, there's no food, it's dry and it's a slope. Oh, he's coming across here. Why is he doing that? But yeah, time to start a new clip probably. I've been guest bagging too long. At least you've got a kangaroo on the clip. But, oh, isn't that footage stunning? Okay.